What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Thursday night edition of TNA Wrestling with our watch along with the insiders. Sorry we're a little bit late, but all this new monetary stuff is very confusing. And we had to figure out what we needed to do here. So let me preface this by saying, in case you are confused as we are, they did switch up their membership things a little bit. So you can now get this on their app, but the app costs at least $5 a month to get it. If you do, now you're going to be starting early at 8 o'clock. So we'll have to figure this out as we go and decide what everybody wants to do and what you guys want to do out there. If you want to watch it earlier and stuff like that, we'll have to see. If you're going to stay on YouTube, it's now $1.49 to stay on YouTube on their YouTube channel. So that's what we are doing right now. So if that's the case, it's going to be like normal, and we're going to be starting at 8:30. So again, we'll figure all this out, but I apologize for the confusion, and that's why we're a little bit late tonight. But anyway, welcome to the show. We're glad you're here. Jeff, it's 20 years of TNA, man. 20-year celebration tonight for TNA Wrestling, and man, no more excitement you could have had than with all this stuff with Jordynne Grace and the TNX, what is it? How is it? NXT.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, you couldn't have generated probably much more excitement for TNA Wrestling than you could have with all that. So it's been a huge week. Of course, she wrestled last night on NXT, or 2 nights ago on NXT.
Yep.
Won her match pretty handily. She had another person on there kind of eyeing her up a little bit backstage, which we may see come into play. But this is going to be a fun night tonight. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of history, a lot of historical things. They might show some clips and stuff from the past. So going to be a lot of fun, Jeff.
It'll be a lot of fun. I think we'll get a lot of nostalgic moments. But you know what? RK Shuttleworth brought this up earlier in the chat, mentioning how, people can't say that this isn't doing anything for TNA, mentioning the fact that there are tons of people now streaming TNA watchalongs. Listen, I know in most places they may take that as, man, that's bull crap, whatever. I'm happy because it means more people are watching TNA.
Yep.
That's what I'm happy about. So I think it's going to be a good night, Joe. I'm excited to see what unfolds. And, we got Against All Odds coming up next weekend. So will we get a tease as to who Jordynne Grace's opponent will be?
Yeah, she has an open challenge for that show. And obviously with this whole NXT stuff going on, you're going to figure that it's probably going to be someone from NXT that's going to jump over. So, yeah, it's exciting. I see someone made a comment about the basketball. The warning's going to go out there. I can't watch it. So do not spoil the score. I don't want to see any of the scores in the chat. So do not spoil it for me. I cannot watch it until later, and I'm not going to look at the score or anything like that until I see it. I know it's game 1, and I'm excited. My Celtics are playing for the championship, so please do not spoil it in the chat. No NBA comments. That will get you a quick heave-ho out of the chat tonight, so don't do that. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What do we got going on? Well, nothing much else really this week, because obviously there is that big NXT pay-per-view this coming Sunday, which is at 8 o'clock. Tazzy's channel, of course, will have it. That is also, I'm going to be tuning in, I'm sure. Maybe I'll pop in Tazzy's, who knows. But I'm going to be tuning in because I want to see what's going to happen with Jordynne and the stuff that's going on there. That is the talk of everywhere right now. I mean, they were she was on Busted Open. They were talking about it with Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer on Busted Open as to what they think is going to happen. And this is just the talk of everywhere right now. So of course that will cancel our Between the Ropes stream for this week because of the pay-per-view. We are still getting prepared on when we're going to do the new show, which is called Fireflies Forever. Might be around the time of the appearance by Uncle Howdy and his group. So we're 11 days out from that. That's supposed to be June 17th. At least all clues point to that. So we're probably going to possibly start it around that time. So it might be the Tuesday after that. as to where we may be looking at. But we'll get word out to you about when. Obviously, the pay-per-view is that next Friday?
Yeah. Yep.
Next Friday. So next week, we'll have shows on Thursday and Friday for TNA. So we'll be here for the go home show next Thursday, and then we'll of course be here next Friday for the pay-per-view. And yeah, you know what? Look, to go off of Jeff's comment there, it's great that other content creators are showing the show. It's about, all I could say is it's about time. It's about time. Where were you? But like I said, hey, come on, jump on that bandwagon. You guys all know we've been here with it for the last however long we've been doing it. So yeah, man, I'm just like Jeff. I'm excited that everybody is watching, and there's more eyes on the show, and that's always a great thing. So, okay, let's get into it here. We got Brandon Wayne Lewis in the house. We have Eric Isaac, Joe Shipley, Brandon Barnes, Jose is here. We have Jeremy Dundren, member of the channel, as you know. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for the Jeff will give you a little round of applause there since we're getting the soundboard fixed. Derek is here. He's finishing at the barber. Well, that's very important. Hassan is here. Let's see what we have. Dylan. We have James Chadwick. Hey, James. We have Brandon Warrens. We have Bonkers. We have Kaiwan. I think it's Kaiwan or Kiwan, says TNA. We've got Eric Isaac, Dylan, Derek. I think everybody's the same here. Conrad. Hey, Conrad. Conrad's here. We have Chris Wilhelm. Hello. From Twitch. We have RK Shuttlesworth, also from Twitch. Multiple people streaming watch-alongs. Yeah, of course. Yeah, look, it's news. People that are doing NXT and stuff like that, are going to be doing this now. But hopefully the people who are doing it at least have watched it prior, and will know some of the people that are wrestling other than Jordynne Grace tonight. So we'll see. We have Nathan, the wrestling guy. Hello to you. We have Bonus Baby. Heather, watching on Access. Still aggravated at the $4.99 sub that, they got rid of that. I mean, I would assume it's still going to be on the YouTube channel for the $1.50. So that's not bad. I mean, you still get this for $1.50. They did raise that. That used to be 99 cents. So now it's $1.50. You do still get this every week. However, you will not be getting the cheaper pay-per-views and stuff anymore. So it almost, in that case, I would guess, would probably pay to just go to the app, because you're going to pay the $5 and you're going to get the pay-per-views, the cheaper ones, and you're going to get this, and it starts earlier. So, who knows? Maybe we'll be looking into that in the future, because it does seem like it would be cheaper to do it that way. Damian Robinson. Hello, Damian. How are you? Barry Monkey is here. Let's see if I missed anyone. Heather, Andrew Stevens. Hello, Andrew. Barry Monkey also, but we got that with AEW and TNA, and ultimately didn't change much. But I do have more hope with the NXT stuff. Mark is here. Hey, Mark from Facebook, and I think I am caught up. Okay. All right. So there you go, Jeff. I guess we'll get into the card, and then the drill. We'll do the card. We'll talk some food, and then we'll get started and get ready for this 20th anniversary celebration tonight. There it is. The match card is up there. We have got, and we'll go top. We've got a Haas battle, big body battle here. Big Kon versus Jake something. This is going to be a slobber knocker, as JR would say. Two big Haas guys, two big men slapping meat here. We always like that on the wrestling show. So, Jeff, I do think, though, with this one, we might get some interference. I mean, Diener is now obviously a partner of Jake something. Maybe somebody comes down and is in Big Kon's corner. Maybe that may lead to some sort of tag team match as well here. But I do think that this has some shenanigans kind of written on it here.
I agree. I think we get shenanigans here because, why not the week before a pay-per-view? We gotta add some spice to it.
Yes.
Because this will probably be a match on the card next week. So yeah, I think we'll get some shenanigans, some tomfoolery, if you will, and we'll see what happens. But I think we get this rematch next week, or we get a tag match. at Against All Odds. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I do. I believe that too. I think that's what's going to happen. It just seems like they're pointing that way, and it seems that Jake something and Dean are obviously getting together. They're going to be doing some tag team stuff. So yeah, I would think that seems pretty logical. We have the Digital Media Championship on the line tonight, and look who's up for it. AJ Francis is going after Laredo Kid. What would happen if AJ Francis got gold here? I mean, it could happen. Laredo Kid is very good, but he's had that for a little while. And AJ Francis, more than likely, is going to have Rich Swann in his corner. So that could be a factor as well here. Might just be a little 2 against 1 and may cause Laredo Kid to drop that title and give AJ Francis his first title in TNA, Jeff. Think you're muted, bud.
I think it's very likely.
There you go.
I think it's very likely that AJ Francis wins. If he doesn't win here, I think he wins at Against All Odds. Because you never know. Something could happen here too. He could get DQ'd, and then maybe they have a no disqualification, or since we haven't seen it in a while, a dot combat match.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I could see that. .com. We haven't had one of those in a little bit. Yeah. I like the graphics, by the way, for tonight too. They look really good.
Yeah, they look good. I like them. They're different.
The 20th anniversary graphics. John G has joined us. Hello, John G. And Mark Kessler. Hello to all those who've joined us recently. We have Frankie Kazarian versus Nick Nemeth this week. Wow. What a match that's going to be. I mean, 2 guys who've been, leaders of their respective shows. They're veterans of the ring, right? They've been around for a good long time. 2 very good, performers inside of the ring. This is going to be a banger, Jeff. I would imagine they're not going to take the momentum away from Nick Nemeth. And remember, Frankie Kazarian's not making many friends around the whole locker room. So there could be some of that and stuff here too. But I think Nick Nemeth gets back on the winning ways during the solo match against Kazarian here.
Remember the match that he has at Against All Odds with his brother.
Yeah.
I think that could come into play.
Okay.
Don't be surprised if we get Eddie Edwards, even if we get Moose.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe, there might be some shenanigans on Frankie's side. Yeah, that could be. I could see that.
Don't be surprised. Yeah. And I don't even know. The funny thing is, I don't know who they'd attack. Would they go after Nick or would they go after Frankie,
It was kind of funny because when they first started the system, we were kind of saying that Frankie might have been a part of that. Mm-hmm. Right, because he was always like the ultimate heel. He's kind of the guy, but Frankie's too egotistical, I think, to join up with anyone. Yeah. So I don't think he would be a good team fit. Besides, I think they're pretty well set with that faction now. Yeah. So yeah, this one could be a little weird. We'll have to keep our eyes on this. We got Mustafa Ali and Champagne Singh versus Speedball Mountain is back together.
No,
Jeff?
no, Joe, no.
Oh, it's Campaign. No. That's
right.
Yeah. I missed the H. That's right. He's Campaign Singh now. I forgot about that. So that fits better, doesn't it? Mustafa and Campaign Singh against Speedball Mountain. The one thing I have to wonder here. Now, Speedball Mountain wrestled one another. It was, of course, Speedball against Trent. I have to wonder here, Jeff, if they're going to maybe split these guys up similar to how they did Rich Swann and Ace Austin. And maybe we might see a little bit of tension here that may cause them to lose. I'm thinking they're going to lose to Campaign and Mustafa Ali. But maybe we just get a little bit of tension here that may cause that.
That's interesting because, well, I mean, it depends. I think it all depends. I hope that they don't split them up because I love them as a team.
Yeah, me too.
But I think if you end up putting the X Division title on one of them, it makes a lot of sense. Mm. And then you can keep Singh and Mustafa Ali as a team and kind of replace that team if that's what you if that's what you're trying to build right here, giving us the idea that these two could be a team. So, so yeah, I mean, I'd hate it, but after the match that we saw these two guys have against each other,
Yeah.
I'd be down for a Speedball and Trent 7 match again. That was pretty darn good.
A banger.
So,
it was a banger of a match.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let me put this out there. I will just say, if you guys are watching in the TNA app, like we used to say with when you were watching on Access TV, just please remember you're going to be ahead of us. And if you are, don't spoil the chat. We don't care when you're watching it or what you'd rather do. But if you are watching it and you're ahead of us now, you can see we're all kind of on the same page here. We're starting at 8:30. So if you are watching it ahead, do not spoil the chat, please.
I actually have mine on the TNA app and I have it paused right now. So
there you go. Nice. All right. And finally here, we're getting a Knockouts World Championship match tonight. This is Jordynne Grace versus Allysin Kay. And of course, she has someone in her corner as well who Jordynne just wrestled. So Marty Bell is there as well. So it's going to be a tough one for Jordynne. It's going to basically probably be a 2-on-1. And being that this is the 20th anniversary and we're doing this whole thing with NXT, could we see some maybe, I don't know if it's it wouldn't be interference necessarily, but could we see someone just walk out here and maybe get in her head a little bit more, knowing she's, under the gun here a little bit? We'll see. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how they're going to go. They're going to wait for the pay-per-view. Now, that was the news, is that they are going to wait for the pay-per-view to have that, but you never know now, right? We always kind of have to watch. But, Jeff, if there's no shenanigans, and even if there is, Jordynne Grace is retaining that title. There's no way she's going to lose it now, especially when we don't know how this is going to go with whoever's going to challenge her at the pay-per-view coming up. We know she's still going to have that title because someone is coming in and going to challenge her for the title. So Jordynne is going to win it. I think there just may be all kind of weird stuff going on during this.
Yeah, I think tonight might be one of those nights where you're like, man, it's a lot of similar finishes.
Yeah.
Because I think they're setting things up for next week, and that can be good and bad, but I think that, I trust them because they've earned my trust with these situations. So I think it'll be a good night. I do think that Jordynne will retain, however, unless they do something wild. And I don't even want to throw this out there as a conspiracy theory, but yeah, I think she retains, and we find out possibly on next week's episode who her opponent is. I agree with James Chadwick there.
Yeah. It would be a little hard pressed to say that they would do that on tonight's show because these are all taped, of course. So that would have had to happen probably beforehand. So yeah, probably right. And it'd probably be, of course, on the pay-per-view. I'm picking Jordynne to win. I have a question. Do you think Giselle comes out? Giselle obviously is back. We don't know what her agenda is or where she's going to start when she does come back. Is she going to go right back after Jordynne? We don't know. We really just don't know what that's going to be. And I'm sure we'll see more to that story tonight too. So there you go. That is tonight's card. Like I said, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of flashbacks tonight, a lot of, old clips and stuff. Hey, maybe we'll get a Steiner math clip, Jeff. We haven't seen that in forever. They used to show that. Remember how they used to show it almost weekly on the shows?
Weekly.
Yeah, man.
We couldn't get enough of it.
Maybe we'll get a Steiner math tonight. That would be pretty funny. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Anniversary shows are always cool and fun. So it's going to be a fun time tonight. So yeah, let us decide what you want to do. Obviously for next week, what I may do is, for those of you that are on X, I may put out a poll, and maybe I'll put one on our YouTube channel as well, and we'll kind of gauge the audience and see where you guys kind of want to go with this, whether you want to, go with the app and start it at earlier at 8:00 instead. And then we'd have to start earlier. We'd have to start at 7:30. Or did you just kind of want to stay right with YouTube and just keep it here and we'll just keep doing what we're doing. So yeah, let us know. And I'll put those out. I'll put a poll out later tonight on X. and I'll stick a poll out on the video as well when the video comes out. So, okay, Andrea joined. Hello, Robert Cortez, the Kid Blank joined as well. So hello to all of you. All right, so there you go. Well, we got 3 minutes to go, 2:41 and counting. It is time for, what we talk about now. It's food time. Let us know what you ate today. Joe is going to be eating very little very soon, so I'm going to be really suffering during these because once I have my surgery, I'm going to be eating next to nothing but protein shakes for quite a while. Which I'm starting that tomorrow. So today was really my last day I could have eaten like normally. And I couldn't even do that because I wasn't really feeling well the last day or two. So yeah. So as of tomorrow, I'm on protein shakes and probably like a little bit of like lunch meat, maybe some turkey, a little cheese, that kind of stuff is what I'm basically going to be eating for the next while. So yes, but yeah, let us know what you had. Good to eat today. I'll tell you what mine was. It's basically the brat diet, which isn't ever fun. But yeah, let us know what you had. Get everybody hungry in the chat so they pay attention better. And yeah, we'll get to that. I'm thinking up a question of the week as well while we're doing it. So, okay. I'm staying with YouTube for the weekly shows and use Triller for this monthly specials. Yeah, sounds good. Hey, Joe and Jeff, I'm watching TNA, said John G. Nice. Had a cheeseburger and fries for dinner a few minutes ago, says Damien. Nice. Oh, God. Derek says he's the meal. Oh, God. Chicken Alfredo. Egos and turkey sausages with a cup of orange juice for breakfast. Very nice. Personal margarita pizza. Very cool. Mark says, I don't think we would get anything tonight. However, do you think we should start to get something on NXT on Tuesday, then continue the mystery on TNA next Thursday? Yeah, I think they're going to just keep playing it up. I think they'll keep playing it up. Deanna says, I don't want Derek leftovers. Jumbo Cumberland sausage and mash with onion gravy. Very nice. Which one TNA I'm watching? What month am I watching from TNA? John G. Well, right now we're still on YouTube, dude. But if you're not watching, if you were on the old membership, you've got to subscribe for $1.49 on YouTube. It's no longer 99 cents. We just found out that today too, because we were both subscribed, but then it had us not subscribed because we had a sign for $1.49. Deanna says, I had steak hoagies. Very cool. The Kid Blank says, TNA app is pretty good, though, especially World Champ tier. I know it's expensive, but you get live TNA. Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad at all. I would like the app too. I just don't, of course I don't get paid till tomorrow and I'm a little light on cash. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it doesn't really matter to me. That's why we're asking the community, whatever which way they want to go is the way we will go. That's how we do it. Swedish meatball stop for dinner with a bottle of wild cherry Pepsi. Nice. Cheeseburger and fries. Cheeseburger in paradise. Thank you, Drew McIntyre. Says Andrew. Very nice. Jeff, what did you eat? I had bananas, toast, and yes, what else is brat? Bananas, something in toast. I forget the R. But that's pretty much what I had.
Yeah. I had a grilled pork chop.
Oh, that sounds good. I haven't had pork chops in forever. Yeah. My mom used to make them all the time. Nice. That sounds very yummy.
Yeah, grilled pork chop and green beans.
So if all goes well with me on the 21st of this month, I will be having my surgery. If everything goes well. Now, I went for some blood work yesterday, and I had I don't know if you guys know about all this medical business. I don't know much about it, but my white blood count was a little high. That kind of means you either might have some kind of an infection or something a little bit wrong. So I have to wait and see now whether or not they're still gonna do it when they said they were going to. Because of that, I have to have another blood test next week to see. But anyway, yeah. So I shouldn't miss any time here. It's a one-night hospital stay, so I'll be staying from Friday into Saturday. But then I should be, if all goes well, I should be home Saturday, and then I'll be, if we have a show on Sunday, I will be right back here to do the show. I'll be off from work for 2 weeks, which is even better. So I've been eating all the leftovers in the fridge all day. When I'm anxious or stressed, I eat. I don't care what it is. Hello, it's me, Sapphire. Usos are goats. Hello, Usos are goats. Matt Hardy, of course, and Moose in the big battle in the back last week. Matt got the worst of this. Got the chair to the midsection, slammed off, and then got his head put in the chair and rammed into the door. That's never good.
You already started?
Okay. Yeah, I did. Oh, sorry. I meant to tell you I was starting. Yeah, I forgot. Jeff told me right before we started. Tell me when I started. That's where my memory is. Yes, it has started, Barry. It's on the music screen. Ooh, this is new. They got a new intro. 20-year adrenaline rush. Oh, I dig it, man. Oh, we got double Joe Hendry. Wow, that's awesome. We got a new intro to the show. Maybe it's just for the 20th anniversary, though. We'll have to see. Very cool, though. Right now, Jeff, in case you're not sure, it's at the bridge over Cincinnati. They're showing the bridge for Cincinnati.
Hey, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. I'll watch the show later. I'm pretending like I want to be at work. Moose find Matt Hardy. Okay, so you're a little bit behind. I've got Big Kon on my screen right now. So we're starting off with Big Kon. The baddest man in TNA. The baddest man in TNA. Self-proclaimed, of course. Is anyone else concerned that TNA hasn't announced any more dates for the rest of the year? I heard somewhere that TNA might be looking for a place to record full-time like the old Universal days. There were rumors that they were going to go where NXT is, to down to Florida, and record down there. So I don't know if that's part of this whole agreement with the two companies and stuff, but there were rumors that was going to happen, that they were going to record where NXT does. So I'm not that concerned about the dates. I'm sure it's fine. Yes, no spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers. No spoilers. I've got nothing on my YouTube. YouTube isn't you have to, if you're going to watch on YouTube, Barry, you have to go into the member section. Go all the way down, go to their YouTube page. Scroll all the way down to the members section. You'll see it. You'll see the show, and then you got to click it. And then it's going to charge you that $1.49 if you had just been previously watching as a 99-cent member. So you've got to subscribe again. It's going to tell you that you're no longer a member, and you have to resubscribe for the $1.49. Full sale, yes. Thanks, James. All right, we're starting off here. We got Kon and Jake something. And, of course, this is ahead on the app, and it is also ahead on Access. So if you are watching on those, do not spoil the chat, please. Yes, you can watch on YouTube. Usos are goats. Yes, you can. You have to go to their to the Impact. The TNA page, TNA on YouTube, and then like I just said, you scroll all the way down to the bottom. It's going to say members, and you will see the banner for tonight's show. It'll say 20th anniversary show. You have to click that. When you do, it's going to charge you for the $1.49, and then you pay that, and then you're a member. Then you could watch. And then you'll be able to watch it every week on here. I wasn't sure it still had it on YouTube either. I was confused by that because it didn't really say it. TNA has announced dates through August, correct? That's about average. Yeah, most of us watch on YouTube. There's a few people that were watching on Access TV, but most of us watch on YouTube. That's going to suck for the fans. They tape at Full Sail all the time. They better still tour for the pay-per-views. Oh, I'm sure they probably will. No worries, Usos. You're good. Did you catch up, Jeff?
Yeah. What part are you at now?
Big Kon is on the outside of the ring right now. He's in front of, threw his shirt at Jake something.
Yep.
Awesome. Throws Jake something into the post. Last Thursday. I'm going to make tonight's question an easy one because maybe it won't be easy, but it's definitely, it's wrestling related, right? And I don't know that we discussed this with you guys at all. And it might be a hard one, but I'm telling you, you got to pick one. because it's going to be hard, but you got to pick one, especially for people like James. It's going to be tough, but you got to do it just for the sake of doing it. Whatever just pops into your head, that's how I'll ask you to answer. So when I say the question, what first name that pops in your head, you got to put it in the chat. Favorite wrestler of all time. Boom. Whatever pops in your head, got to put it down. First thing in your head has to go in the chat. No thinking, because if you think it's going to take you the rest of the stream. I knew Jeff's was going to be. I knew right off.
Right off. I didn't even have to think about it.
I knew that right off. Lohan says Undertaker, Nathan, Bray Wyatt, John Kessler, Andre, James Chadwick, Undertaker, John G says Joe Hendry, Derek says RVD, Andrew says Undertaker, Bonus Baby says Booker T. Booker T cracks me up on NXT. I don't watch NXT a lot, but he's there with that shucky ducky quack quack thing, and I'm cracking up. John Cena for 2. Kevin Nash. Nah, you can only pick one. So I'm taking your first one. I'm picking your first one, man. I'm taking Kevin Nash. Mine, right off the top of my head, Roddy Piper. It was close with my brain with Jake the Snake Roberts. They're both right up there.
Yeah.
But I'm going with Roddy Piper because this is the first one I thought of. Big elbow drop. I'm still waiting for James. Okay, James said Undertaker. Who didn't we get yet? Where's Derek? Where's Heather? Where's Deanna? Favorite wrestler of all time. Big right hand goes for the cover. Gets only a 1 count. Joe Shipley says Undertaker. Got a lot of Undertaker tonight. Not surprising. For those who are Bray Wyatt fans, there is a new Bray action figure coming out. Got released into the we saw it in the upcoming figure releases. It's the Bray with the lantern, the Bray Wyatt with the long hair and the the one that won the title basically off in the Elimination Chamber. RVD. Oh yeah, that's right. Sting, says Mark. Why it doesn't shock me? Why would that shock anybody? It's a great pick. Ooh, yeah, Brandon. Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Brandon, are you snapping into a Slim Jim right now?
Ooh.
Nice turnaround here. Jake's. Oh, man. That took a lot of power. 1, 2, 3. Jake something with a sidewalk slam to finish it out. This man is a powerhouse.
No shenanigans in that one.
No, nothing at all. Very straightforward, clean match. Crap. My first exposure to wrestling was the Von Erich, so I got to go with Kevin. Nice. Very good pick. Jeremy says Sting. It's so hard to name. That's why I wanted everybody to do it off the top of their head, because it's so hard to name one. And then you have to go through all the people that you're thinking of. So Jake starts off with the win. Big Kon. Oh, that's not going to fly. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be over. Jeff, we still might get what you were thinking about.
Yeah.
There's going to be more of this. Both Sting and Undertaker are my favorites, but went with Sting. Big Kon with a choke slam, and he's not done. He's not done. Oh, he's going to use this neck. They're going to try to snap his neck here. No, here comes Eric Young.
Eric Young.
Damn, Eric Young. Haven't seen him in a bit. Eric Young coming in, taking out Big Kon. Okay, I didn't expect that. I thought it might have been Diener. Eric Young, no bandage on his ear. Looks pretty good. Eric Young, a little buffed up. Looks a little buff. Looking good. Looking good. He's in the back drinking a liter of bourbon. Said he's celebrating. Hey, Alicia, how are you? Bray Wyatt. Close second is Triple H. Very nice. Yeah, don't share the NBA final scores. I will boot you right out of here. You're going to ruin it for me. I'm not watching it. Do not show that or put that in here. 20 years. He's like the hype man for TNA now.
He is.
I love it. Getting the crowd chanting TNA, TNA. I love it. I love it. Sorry if I'm not engaged. No problem at all. Crazy stuff going on in wrestling. I'm about 2 weeks behind WWE. "20 years of excellence. Caring about the most important thing to this business, the fans. I love it. Lifeblood. That makes this place go. We're celebrating 20 years. AJ Styles 2024. Hello, hello. Yeah, Heather, I get you. It's all of wrestling's been really, really good, and it's very hard to follow when that happens because you almost have to catch every show. I was tuning in last night to see MJF and everything on Dynamite, and that's getting good. A lot of stuff like Daniel Bryan had a really passionate promo that he did. So it is tough. It's tough to follow it all. I normally don't watch NXT, and I had to watch because of Jordynne. 20 years of TNA is crazy, and they said it wouldn't last 5.
Yep, I remember that.
This obviously happened last week. Question about Matt Hardy's medical status. There is Frankie, the god. TNA let go a couple people. They got rid of a producer and creative going forward. We should see TNA of old look, hopefully. This happens to me every couple of years. I pull a James and watch everything.
I get that way too sometimes.
Yeah.
I think we all do.
Oh yeah.
And it's good just to take a break away and catch back up when you can, and you know, we're here for each other. I'll be honest. There are some times when I have to like scramble and catch up on stuff for when we're doing shows because I don't know. I'm not always as engaged, but everybody kind of lifts me up. So we do what we can.
There's been plenty of times, and you mentioned this on our last stream, that there's been times I'll watch C Wrestling's things you might have missed just because of the fact that I missed the show.
Yeah.
So maybe, Jeff, maybe that would be an idea someday. Maybe we should do things you may have missed for TNA. And this way people can, like Heather, can catch up. Might be something to think about. We could call it something else. I don't want to steal C's theme.
But
might not be a bad idea. Can always maybe think of doing something like that. This way we could put it out and you guys can check that out if you miss a show.
Yeah.
We got the System and Frankie now all together. Moose, they're all kind of laughing at Frankie. Good luck, King. Moose laughs when he says King. Oh, stare down with Eddie. Oh, boy. Oh. This, of course, was the Black Rose from PCO. Jordynne Grace looked good. She did TNA proud, having WWE NXT mention her. Alicia should be forced by management to go to cultural class. TNA Slammiversary doing really great in ticket sales. WWE is helping TNA. I'm proud of these two legendary long. They're helping each other. They really are. Look, at NXT is not the most watched show on WWE programming every week. So now you're getting both fan bases watching each other. Which is smart. They both have a bit smaller fan bases. PCO stopping Steph DeLander from taking that shot.
Yeah.
PCO saying, "What are you doing?" Oh, look at this. Yeah. She's saying, "What are you doing?" There's Steph. But I think they're both helping out each other. Have you two had a chance to see clips from Double or Nothing? Yeah, I saw some
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I watched it.
She got a love letter from PCO. I think PCO might have a crush on me. You think? You think? His insight. I barely know the guy. It was so sweet. It was insane. Insanely sweet.
They're really playing this up.
They really are. It's kind of funny. I
Yeah.
said at the beginning, she does look like the Bride of Frankenstein with the way her hair is, with the double colors and stuff, and the way her hair is all curled.
Are you serious?
They're going to end up together. You know they are.
Yeah. All right, I'm a little bit ahead, so.
Oh, you're okay.
This will be interesting.
What do we have here?
Oops.
Giselle Shaw. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
New entrance for Giselle too. I like it. TNA Wrestling Against All Odds is coming up next Friday. Yes. We'll be here. My grandfather sadly passed away. So sorry to hear about that. My big brother and I have a lot of support. We certainly will keep you in our prayers. Yes.
Absolutely.
Giselle, new theme music is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I dig it. Shazza McKenzie.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. If you've never seen her before.
I've never heard of Shazza McKenzie. Yeah. Where's she from?
She's been largely on the independents for years.
Okay. Glad she's back. Yeah, absolutely. Great to see Giselle back. An all new Giselle Shaw, new theme and all that. Thoughts and prayers to your entire family. Yes, absolutely. Make sure you all get the TNA Plus app for $9.99 to watch the pay-per-view and TNA Plus shows. Yeah, you do need the app for that. But if you don't want to do the Plus shows and stuff like that, you could pay $4.99 and still watch this. She's Australian. All right, here we go. Let's see what we're going to get from Giselle Shaw. Gail Kim watching from the back. It looks like Gail Kim is like mentoring her a little bit. Hunter Iggy. I did not. Let me go back up.
Ooh.
Insider, have you heard or seen if a new deal can't be reached, he will be bound to WWE Penta Zero? No, I haven't heard anything about that. I'm not much into all the dirt sheet stuff, being honest. I don't see a lot of that stuff. I don't read a lot of that stuff usually. So we don't see a lot of the news other than the news that we kind of research for our Sunday show. Shazzy recently moved to U.S. in Florida. Hello, Clown. How are you? Gail Kim will be Giselle's manager. Maybe. There's all the dates for upcoming shows on the bottom. Big kick from Giselle Shaw. July 20th in Montreal, 21st in Montreal, August 2nd and 3rd in Tampa. And that's what we've got so far. You know what, too, Jeff, and Heather brought this up about the dates not being shown.
Yeah.
Maybe that's on purpose because maybe something is being planned. So there might be something with NXT, maybe in the works, that they're not going to announce because they don't want to spoil it.
Quite possibly, yeah, that's true.
So maybe that's why they're only going to August.
Yeah.
That would kind of make sense because remember, like later, I don't know how many pay-per-views NXT has, but there are some that WWE does where NXT isn't doing anything at the same time. All right, Giselle stops them up. Oh, man, big right slap in the face and a clothesline. Now Giselle getting into the match here. Another big lariat from Giselle Shaw. Ducks underneath. Oh, man, right in the back of the neck. Boot to the back of the head. That might be it. 2. No. Wow, she kicks out at 2. I thought that was over. Something is being planned. People thinking TNA is going out of business, which is far from the case. TNA is doing great. In a long time they did. Yeah, they're not. That's garbage. You're not going out of business. Why would NXT start doing things with them if they're going out of business? It's silly. Big cutter there from Giselle. Giselle killing it in this match, man. She's just all over. Oh, big knee. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Wow. Impressive win. Impressive win for Giselle Shaw. The quintessential knockout. Big win for Giselle Shaw.
Joe's gonna like this.
Whoa. Oh, it's Rosemary. Holy cow. In search of our family. Oh. Oh, man. She's going through her personalities. Oh, this is.
Oh, man.
What the hell was that? Your gods don't fail. What is this?
Man.
Oh!
That was good.
Mine's still going. Listen to this like 80s shit going on in the background.
Yeah.
This is brilliant. What is this? Oh my God, I love that. You had like 80s music going in the background. You had like a little glimpse of Father James Mitchell. Oh my God. Oh man, I'm into that. I am into that. Love it. Tazzy, did Tazzy pop in? I didn't even see him. I was too busy watching Rosemary. Oh yeah, he did. All the way up here. TNA party, baby. Still working on setting up the new temporary place. Should be a go starting Sunday. Very cool. Macklin coming in peace. Oh, we make it a team up here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Something being planned. I missed Hazzy all the way up front. He was up above that other post that I read. That's crazy. Why couldn't the wrestler finish the barbecue? Because he lost all his matches. Oh, the bum.
That's.
Yeah, that deserved that. Yeah. Rosemary has lost her mind. And I'm all for it. I'm all for that. James Mitchell pick, I know. I loved it. Loved it. Maybe we're getting Decay back. I don't know what's happening there, but I'm all for it. The first thing that's going to go to everybody's mind is Su Yung, because it always does, right? It always does. Or maybe the other name that comes to everybody's mind lately too is Allie.
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali Rosemary's gonna need the undead king to rise, the bunny from death. Man, I'm all about it. I'm all about it, man. Let's go. Let's go. I'm all about it. Oh man.
Champagne, bringing champagne to the campaign.
That's a tongue twister and a half, man. I don't even know how you got that out. Campaign, champagne. You know, you kind of have to give it to campaign, champagne, whatever he was. I mean, he always ends up like he's gone for a while, and then he ends up popping back up as something else. He's you got to give it to him. He's like very versatile.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always like he's one of those guys. He's like an unsung hero, and he just goes wherever they need him and does what they need. And
yeah,
you know, I like that. I really do. I like his work too.
That leads me to the next question: is where the hell is Johnny Swinger?
That's true. Yeah,
where the heck is Johnny Swinger, man?
He did resign.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, they said he did. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe it's an injury or something. Maybe he's acting in some kind of 80s revival film.
He might be in that horror film with Charlotte Flair. Have you heard about that one?
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah. Yeah. They all go in and acting, man. They all like to take their like to take their turn in acting. Roman Reigns is too. Seth Rollins is going to be in Captain America. Next Captain America film. I live in SoCal. Cost of living is about to make me start donating a kidney. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, I knew a friend of mine lived in San Diego, and he had to move back. He couldn't stay there; it was too expensive. Rent is $5,000 a month. Yeah, he worked for a movie special effects company. He did the special effects for Man of Steel and a couple other movies when he was working there. And of course, he could afford it because they pay him pretty well. But once they're done, they get hired by different company, by movie companies to do stuff. But once they're done with their contract, he couldn't afford to stay there. Watching TNA, the old one that they give before Against All Odds. Okay. $2,500 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath in San Diego. Yeah. He told me that was why he couldn't stay. He had to move back to Pennsylvania. Mustafa Ali could have come into TNA on name only and cruised along, but he's put real effort into his run, good matches, and good character work. Oh, yeah, this character's always been great. We wanted to see this character in WWE when he was talking about it on his Twitter way back when.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't. The powers that be at the time didn't want it. So I'm just glad to see that he's happy. Glad to see that he's successful. He has that title for a good long time. I'm just happy that he's here.
And being utilized.
Absolutely. Nice double team. Oh, man. Big swat to the back and then a kick. Doesn't look like Speedball Mountains missed a beat here. Trent 7. Champagne gets a cover. I've waited for the new next Thursday. I'm not sure what you mean, dude. Thank you, Jeff. On one hand, I'm glad he's coming on, but on the other hand, it's come out of nowhere, not prepared for it yet. Lots of everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, did you recently move, Heather? Oh, your brother-in-law. Sorry, your brother-in-law. Yeah. Yeah, it's so hard.
Wow.
It's hard to live anywhere now, to be honest.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough.
It really is. Money. Oh, man, what a roundhouse kick.
Yeah, that kick was nasty.
Ooh. 7 pointing at Mustafa. Did he just say fake news? Oh, my God. Oh, man.
I told you, man, they need to lean into it.
Yeah.
They need to lean into it.
Yeah. Well, especially Ray Walt's character. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just smart. Yeah.
Because, I mean, especially if they start to get more eyes, and you start to like really get some people that are casual fans, and they want to see some of the stuff playing out in wrestling that they do in real life. So I think that'd be a kind of a good way to go for TNA. I know it might rub some feathers wrong, but I think it'll be a good thing. It'll draw more eyes.
Wrestling's always reflected real life,
right?
And usually that's when it's best.
Yep.
That's why we had in the 80s. We always had like the good guys going up against Russians.
Mm-hmm.
it was just how it was. My son is moving home. He can't afford his place anymore, so he's moving back in. Yes, my bro-in-law play. Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. My friend's doing well now. He met a woman and he moved down to Florida, so he's living down there and doing well. So sometimes a change sucks, and San Diego's a lovely place to live. I mean, anybody would love to live there. It's gorgeous. He would send me pictures and stuff. It's a gorgeous place to live, but man, you have to have the money for it. So. Neck breaker there from In Ali We Trust. Ray Waltz agreeing, saying, yes, we do. Who are you telling? They tried to charge me $2,500 for one bedroom. Yeah, see, Tazzy knows. He's in California. Trust me, I'd love to move out there. I have a friend of mine who is a musician that lives in California, and he showed me pictures. He has videos and stuff from that. I mean, it's gorgeous. I would love to live there, but I don't have that kind of money.
So expensive.
Yep. Can't afford rent. Time to move in with Mickey. You're gonna live outside in the bathhouse, Derek? Derek will be the pool boy.
I was gonna say, Derek, Nick Aldis is gonna have to hire you as something. They're gonna have to hire you as something.
You should tell her you're very good with swimming pools. You'd be the pool boy. Oh, I almost kidnapped in San Diego. True story. Oh, God. Have you seen the new Dave Bautista movie trailer? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That he's like an assassin or something, right? You know what happens with the pool boys, Derek. That's why I said you should be. You know what happens. Over under who's going to knock Ash by Elegance's new dental workout first. Chanting for Speedball to get going here. Campaign. It's going to be so hard for me to say campaign. It just is. It just is. Big chop here from Campaign Singh. There's Dirty Derek, baby.
He went from Raj Singh to Champagne Singh.
I know.
Now Campaign Singh.
At least it's all Ain stuff with Ain. Mm-hmm. I mean, what else could he do? Maybe he could be just Pain Singh after this, or Brain Singh. Anything with Ain. Chain.
Yeah.
Never go. If you almost got kidnapped in San Diego, you won't last in Mexico. Tijuana. I've always thought Singh was a good wrestler, but never really had a chance to really show it. When stuck with Shira, hopefully this is his chance. I'll live with Killer Kelly. She can. I think she's been showing videos with another wrestler. I think she's got a new man in her life.
I'm just playing this for all of you because you need it.
Yeah, that was definitely a giggity part of the chat. Yes. Down on his head goes Mike Bailey. Cover here gets very close. Almost caught the 3. I wonder if I'll ever see Killer Kelly come back. I would imagine she will. Where the flip is Shira? And also, where is Bhupinder? Yeah.
That's what I want.
Neither one have been around. Bhupinder was getting such like a good push.
And
looked like he was really going places, and then just nothing. We haven't seen him since wasn't it with the triple threat team when he was with when it was Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin? Wasn't he a part of the other team that faced him, if I'm not mistaken?
I think so.
That was the last time we saw him.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Maybe he got hurt. Oh, he's been on OVW. Okay. Sheldon Jean gone. Upinder up and vanished. Could you guys see Mark Henry being a manager for Moose? If Mark Henry wanted to do it, I could see him coming to TNA. I kind of think I heard his speech on Busted Open. I think he's done. I think he wants to just work now on his charities and stuff that he does. And of course, Busted Open and stuff too. He enjoys Busted Open. I think though he's done with wrestling. I'm not sure what happened, and I'm not going to speculate on what happened between him and AEW. But he seemed like he was sad, when he told everybody about it, when he announced it on there. But I think he's happy doing what he does. Nice scoop slam, gets a 1-2, kick out at 2. This has been a really good match.
Yeah, it has.
Didn't expect it to be this good. Mark was on MLW. He was at Battle Riot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe he's getting around to other shows and stuff. He said he wasn't going to do anything with wrestling anymore when he was talking on there, because he said it's too demanding of a schedule. So maybe he's just going to pop in wherever he can. Tazzy hasn't gotten over Ms. Red on NXT. Teddy Long was there too. Well, maybe that's why. Maybe he just went there because maybe there was people there that he knew. Big right hand in the face of Ali. Ali responds with a kick.
Man, Ali is so good.
Yeah. Big chop here from Trent Seven. Coming back. Knee to the midsection. Nice move from Ali to get away from that. Duck under. Duck under again. Now he stops. But Seven just takes the kick and hits him with a big right hand. Knockout blow possibly there. Making his way over. Ali's not really moving to. Saved by Campaign. And now Bailey looking to come over. He pushes Ali out of the... What a good soldier. What a good soldier he is. Pushes Ali out of the way. Ali comes back up with a nice kick there. And now Seven grabs him. Looked like he was coming back in here, but now Seven has the upper hand. No big chop. Nice flip over from Ali. Look at that. Right into a clothesline. He's so quick.
He's just so good, man. So talented.
All the way up. Nope. No one there. Roll through. Oh, my God. What a clothesline from Seven.
Both of them trying to get up.
Good Lord. He turned him inside out. Watch this. Oh, man. I like a wrestler like Ali that talk all the time during the match livens the crowd up. Speaking of Teddy, did you guys hear where he got his dance from? No, I didn't.
Yes, I heard that clip.
I did not.
That was awesome. He said he got it from his grandson.
Oh, that's cool.
I think he was like 2 at the time.
Big drop kick to Campaign now. Mike Bailey tried to kick. Oh, man. Big back elbow from Campaign right to the jaw. His grandson used to do it as a baby, so he just did it for him. Oh, that's cool. Bailey got out of it. We've seen this. Knees up. Didn't bother him, though. He did get the knees up, but it didn't really seem to matter. Oh, man. What a kick from Bailey. 1, 2. No, just kicks out.
It's the beginning of the end, though, I think.
Yeah. Bailey's getting frustrated. I don't know where Ali is at this point. He hasn't been in the ring. Double team here. He's going to kick Seven, Jeff. He's going to... No, okay. Ali grab... I thought he was going to miss. Bailey with a big right hand. Oh, Bailey's been surrounded. Look at that. Oh, my God.
Out of midair.
Out of midair is right. And Bailey is just shaking on the ground. 7 with a big shot, though, to Ali, but Campaign rolls him up. Just a 2. This is crazy, dude. Big chop there from 7. Now, Campaign might be in trouble.
Yep.
7's got him up across his shoulders. Ali gets back in. And he might go right back out. He does. Yeah, he left Campaign out to the wolves.
Yeah, he did.
Ali's like, sorry, man, you're getting sacrificed. Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. Oh my God. Yeah, there you go. I watched a lot of Joey Styles and back in the day. That was my favorite wrestling show for a long time. I discovered that totally by accident, too. I had no idea that even existed. And I was turning through channels one night, and I'm like, what is this? And I started watching. Oh, my God, I was hooked. I had to go back and watch it all. I loved ECW. Loved it. Came on awesome. right at my prime time, too, man. That was right when I'm up watching stuff, like 1 o'clock in the morning. It was perfect. It was perfect. I loved that show. Loved it. Tail of the tape for the women's knockout champion. I'm surprised we're not seeing a little more 20th anniversary stuff here. Kind of thought we would be getting some little promos and stuff.
Me too. Oh, boy.
Thing. Oh, God. Everybody's favorite.
Oh, boy. That's why I'd say.
Everybody's favorite. Heather's going to peace out. Oh, my concierge. Is Singh going the way of the good hands in GYV? People that don't last long helping Ali. Could possibly be. He's always looking for people that are going to keep helping him. Ash. By elegance.
He's that slimy politician.
Right? Emergency minor surgery, and thank you for your prayers. Ash. By elegance. Say it, everybody. Ash. Ray Walt saying thank God. He's on point tonight, man. Ray Walt. There she is, with all new dental work. Ash. Look at that. She's showing it off. The new choppers. There you go. Ash.
Joe, do you remember when that was the biggest story with Roman Reigns?
Oh my God. Yeah, the tribal teeth.
Yeah.
When he came out with oh my God. He had the brightest teeth I've ever seen on anyone in my life, dude. That, like, he could light up a room. That room when the ring could have been dark and you would have seen his teeth. Whatever dentist he went to, I want to go. Because, man, I've never seen teeth that white in my entire life.
You do not need any lighting gear or anything.
My God,
if you go to a cave, don't bring gear, just bring Roman.
This would be like a horror film. You just see this big thing of teeth in the back. Oh, life-threatening and minor surgery don't go hand in hand. I like Iceman. Can do without Ash. I vote for Jordynne Grace. Tribal teeth. Is this the women's title match? Oh, yeah, it is. And Ash is out there watching. They are called Dayglow veneers. Can I get night glow veneers? Like the glow-in-the-dark ones? Like the green, you know how like the green plastic that when you shine a light on it, they glow in the dark. I want night glow ones. When you can go outside and they can see you.
Clown has comment of the night.
Where is it? Most amazing teeth transformation was Isaac Yankum to Kane. Ooh. Yeah, you're probably right. That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Isaac Yankem had all rotten teeth. Yeah, that
Oh
was
my God.
pretty gross.
Imagine going to a dentist like Isaac Yankem.
Yeah, that was pretty gross. Yeah. Ash by Elegance. Here comes Jordynne. I hope the hex sticks around going forward and that it isn't a one-off. Yeah, it'd be cool to see them stick around.
Yeah.
We can use some tag teams in TNA. That's one thing I think, ever since they went to TNA, we kind of lost some things from Impact, and one of the things I think we lost sight of a little bit was the tag team stuff. When he came home, we clowned him too. Your referee in charge, Marty Bell. You wonder what it must be like for Jordynne, Jeff. I mean, her name is everywhere right now.
Everywhere.
It's crazy.
I mean, everybody is it seems like everybody is in on this, and paying attention. So
yeah,
man,
it's crazy.
Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah. She is now, like her, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't like it, but she is now the face of TNA.
Mm-hmm.
She really is. She is now the face of TNA.
And I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, not at all. Look, she signed that long contract, right? Her and Moose both signed on for how long was it? 5 years?
Something.
It was pretty significant, right? So, a lot of people are saying that's what I don't get. Like, there are some of the places out there, of course, that are saying, "Oh, Jordynne's just auditioning for NXT because that's where she's going to end up." So this is just an audition. She signed on for 5 years, so she ain't auditioning for anything. So anybody that's saying that is just stupid. Jordynne Grace, big lariat. It's really, Jeff, an amazing story when you think about it with her, where she's gone with her body and how much she's changed from, my God, when we saw her in those great matches that she was having with Deonna Purrazzo. Remember all of those, like the series of matches they had?
Mm-hmm.
And how much she's changed from then until now. And it's just insane. And she has literally, they were smart when they signed her on. They really were. Two very, very smart signings with her and Moose to grab them both because they're going to grow with this company. And now everything that's going on with Jordynne, it's insane.
Yeah. And I mean, on top of that, so yeah, she had the body transformation. But on top of that, I feel like she's become a better professional wrestler all around.
No doubt.
I think she's continued to elevate her game. So yeah, I think for her, I think this is kind of uncharted territory because we've seen these crossovers, partnerships, whatever you want to call them, and it's primarily men doing the whole forbidden door or whatever you want to call it thing. Yeah. Well, what if Jordynne Grace ends up being the belt collector? That hasn't happened before, So I think it's a good thing for TNA, honestly.
I could, Jeff, honestly see Jordynne winning that NXT title. I really can.
I mean, I could too.
I know people think that's insane, but I could see it. And the way they could do that is to make it, so that you're not demeaning Roxanne, is have somebody that Roxanne might be feuding with or something kind of interfere a little bit. Have them come out, distract her a little bit, and then Jordynne wins. And then this way, you're not going to say, well, she lost. It's fun. It's really a cool conversation. And I've been listening to all the people talking about it. Bully and Tommy Dreamer, of course, talking about it because they've been involved in discussions about the quote unquote forbidden door. And they both had said the hardest thing to get companies to agree to with this is who goes over who. which is very true. Like, so what's in it for the other company? And he talked about the time when Kenny Omega was beating all the TNA people or the Impact guys, and then finally they said, okay, well, but then it wasn't even them who took out Kenny. It was Christian. Christian beat him. So it really wasn't anybody from Impact that won. So that was really kind of very one-sided. But I don't think that this one will be. I really don't. I don't think that this one will be that way. Paying off way more than TNA. Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that was very one-sided. It was cool seeing Kenny. When we saw him and stuff, it was cool, but it really didn't do anything for Impact. Sure, it got some viewers over from that were watching the AEW, but Coaster Maniacs, what's up, Coaster? How are you? Love what TNA is doing with the NXT thing. Do you guys think they will bring back the 6-sided ring ever? They had said no. In wrestling, you can never say never. But they did say no, and the reason they said no to that is because of the injuries that occur. The wrestlers all said that it's easy to get injured in that ring. So
and
I would
it's so unpredictable. It can be so unpredictable with stuff, and you got to change up so many different things if someone's not used to working in that type of ring. I don't know.
Say goodnight to wow, kick out there. I didn't see that coming. Marty Bell up on the ring apron, trying to little distraction here. And now Jordynne's going to bring her into the ring. Jordynne Grace says, yeah, wow, man. But yeah, I don't think we'll ever see it again, Coaster. I mean, who knows? Like I said, you can never say never in wrestling. Maybe as a one-off or something. But they did say it was too dangerous. Well, Marty Bell's been taken out. Oh, man. Look at this. Oh, man. Nope. She escaped that move. That would have been it. Now Allysin Kay has Jordynne up. Ooh. 1, 2. Oh, man. That was close. Wow. She almost stole that win. Add another 7 sides. The 13 sides of doom. Let's bring 6 sides down. The TNA wants to do a WWE crossover. 1, 2. Nope. Yeah, Allysin Kay looking good. Jordynne just trying to lift her up from that position. Can't quite get her. Now she does. Big power bomb from Jordynne. Add another side, remove the cage, and you got the octagon. That's very true. That's it. Juggernaut driver. It's over. Jordynne Grace retains and wins. Everyone is green and black on. They look like a trio. Jordynne Grace retains. Ash by Elegance is outside the ring. She's saying, I got my eye on you. Now, see, there's something, too, to keep this in mind. Because if Jordynne puts her title on the line and they want to kind of reciprocate, right? Let's say Jordynne wins the NXT title, but if they want to flip-flop, Ash could cost her something and make her lose something. So just keep that. Oh, here we go. Look at this. It's DMTV with the Technicolor symbol. I love it. I said it before. I would freak out if randomly Hardy is in the ring and a QR code just pops up. Look at this, dude. What is going on here? Death Machine TV. I could do whatever I want. I felt like dog shit. I eat pieces of crap like that for breakfast. Octopus. Are you a man pretending to be an octopus? Or an octopus pretending to be a man? Breaking news. Oh my God. Octopus man on the loose. Oh my God, that mustache. Against all odds. Oh,
All right.
man. I'm eating sushi for dinner. Thumbs up, thumbs down. They're going at it against all odds. Oh, boy, that's going to be a banger.
I don't think I'm going to complain about that one.
That's got to have some sort of stip, man. They've got to have some sort of stipulation for that one. Let's go. They can have an NXT women coming to TNA to face Jordynne if she wins. Yeah, absolutely. That's already been rumored. They've already said that they are. And they're saying at the pay-per-view. So it should come to fruition next Friday. And if they keep it going, imagine what Slammiversary could look like. Like, here we go. First class. Bump, 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 bump. Holy crap, I just took a look at the Celtics score. Damn. They're up by 25 points.
I was going to be a good friend and not say anything.
Holy cow, dude. That's kind of crazy. You know what? Well, now I have to look. I wonder how Porzingis is doing, because Porzingis is playing for the first time in forever. Luka Doncic is the only one. Porzingis. Oh, look at that, man. Porzingis with 15 points in his return. This is when Boston was dominant. When Porzingis played during the season, you didn't know who to guard, and they were dominant. So if he's good to go, and it looks like he might be, then they're going to be really hard to beat. Really, really hard to beat. Laredo Kid is on his way out. They're killing them. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, when they're very tough to beat when Porzingis is in there. Very hard to cover because of his size and his outside shots. That frees them all up to do just much different things. When Horford's in there, they're a very different team, and that's how they were in the playoffs. That's why their games were so close. Everybody's like, why are they only beating Indiana by 4 points? That's why, because they didn't have him. With him, they are a different team. Here we go. Let's see if he can get a win here. Could AJ Francis win that title? First class or pain in my ass. AJ Francis and Rich Swann is one of those odd pairings that just work. Yeah, they're funny together.
Not at all, Conrad, because I do too.
Am I weird? I'd actually like to see him win. I'd like to see him win the title because I think he'd be funny if he was holding on to the title.
I do too. I think when you think about the title and when it was created, there were a few people that made sense to be that champion. At the time, Matt Cardona was one.
Right.
Then Joe Hendry, Jordan Grace. I think AJ Francis just makes sense because of his bravado, because of his character. I think it makes sense. And I think they could do a lot with him being that social, that digital media champion. I think they can do a lot with him in that regard. So, again, someone else that can bring you a lot of vibes because of where he's been.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Laredo Kid. Drop kick to the shoulder and knocked AJ out of the ring, but he's still standing up out there. And Laredo Kid has to do this. If he's going to win this, he has to use his speed. Now he got caught. You see that? You can't. He's got him up. Oh, man. Dropped him on that apron. Yeah, you can't. Laredo's got to use the speed and agility to win this, or he's not going to win. If he wins the title, he can go worldwide with the Digital Media Championship and give it meaning. Gets more eyeballs on TNA with AJ's. Yeah, probably. I agree. Laredo Kid's great. Yeah, speaking of which, too, I wonder what happened to Crazy Steve. We haven't really seen Crazy Steve around much either since he lost.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
AJ Francis got destroyed by a "you effed up" meme. He's a lot better than he gets credit for. Well, I mean, he was in a feud with one of the most popular guys in TNA. I mean, when you're out there with Joe Hendry, regardless of whether you win or not, you're fighting a losing battle because he's just one of the most popular guys that's there. There's going to come a point. I know that Nick Nemeth, of course, is in line, but there's going to come a point where they're going to have to put a title on him because he is just so skyrocketing popular right now. Like literally. And the other thing too is they might get into a situation where they may have to put a title on him to keep him there. Because I could tell you there's probably going to be other people that would love to have him. He is a built-in star. With the promos he cuts and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I know he loves TNA, but I think they're gonna have to get him involved with the championship, I think.
How soon do you think that happens?
It's hard to say, Jeff. That's a great question because I would think Nick Nemeth is up for it next. However, what I could see happening there, Jeff, is imagine Nick has it for a little bit, right? And then you have Hendry turn heel and Hendry goes up against Nick. And I say that because could you imagine the promos he could cut on Nick Nemeth?
I know.
From his stints around in WWE and everything like that. Yeah. And Hendry can play both sides of that fence. He's easily a heel or a face. He can go either way. I know a lot of people love him now, and they'll still continue to if he's a heel. Hey, Jason Peace, how are you? This TNA restructuring thing is giving me the heebie-jeebies. They have let go a lot of their long-term high-profile employees recently. I wouldn't worry about stuff like that. That kind of stuff has a way of working itself out. I don't get involved with the business of stuff, of the business of the business. Laredo Kid just took out Rich Swann. Well, that was smart of him. The business behind the business is stuff I don't really pay much attention to. Because there's really not much you could do about it in the long run.
Ooh.
It's going to fall however it falls. Laredo's going back up now. Rich Swann has been taken out. And look at that. Right into the right hand of Francis. This might be a big choke slam. Nope. No, Laredo Kid trying to... No, that didn't work. He's still kind of hanging on. No. That's it. We have a new champion, folks.
Yep.
There it is. AJ Francis is your digital media champion.
Yep. He did it.
How apropos. Look at Rich Swann jumps into his arms. They fired the guy who's been the head of creative. I don't, Heather, like I said, people like that come and go. I get it. They've been around for a while, but it's obvious they're changing things up. I mean, we all kind of were a little nervous when Scott D'Amore left, but I don't know. I think they're doing okay, right? Scott's been gone, and yet they're still doing this thing with NXT. So I don't know. I don't concern myself with behind the scenes stuff. It's not worth getting worried about because, like I said, it's really nothing you can control. And they do seem like they're going different places. And I'm down. Listen, if they're going to be working with other people like this and they're more open to this kind of thing, a lot of people said that this company would fall when Scott D'Amore left. And I'm not, there's nothing against me with Scott D'Amore. I love Scott. But sometimes things just don't work out. And, but I think they're doing okay. I mean, they've been in the news more in the last, 3 weeks or so. And even before that, when they had some of their bigger pay-per-views, then they've been in a long time. So I think they're okay.
This card is pretty good next week.
Oh, they're going over it right now. Yeah, you're a little bit ahead of me, but
Yeah.
Tom Hannafin and Ray Walter are talking about the card. We're getting Frankie and Nick Nemeth up next. And here's Against All Odds. So this is next Friday. We'll be here in Chi-Town. Moose and Matt Hardy for the TNA World Championship. Mustafa Ali versus Trent Seven. Of course, we just saw some of that, and that's for the X Division title. And this is the World Tag Team Championship. So Nick Nemeth and Ryan Nemeth going up against the System. Mike Santana and Macklin against the Rascals. Okay. All right. Jordynne Grace has an open challenge in Chicago for her Knockouts World Championship. You know what else I love about all this, Jeff, is that Jordynne is now the main event.
Yep.
She will be the main event. TNA is staying on that damn roll. I am here for it. TNA lasted without Dixie Carter and Jeff Jarrett, and they're doing great. Yeah, I agree. I think they're doing okay. I miss Scott. I loved him. He had the most passion I've ever seen from anyone. And I'm sure that a lot of the wrestlers do miss him, but I think they're doing pretty good. Natty or Tatum is my guess who answers the open challenge.
That's my guess too.
Natty would be awesome.
Yeah, I think Natty or Tatum.
Someone mentioned Shayna Baszler as another possibility.
Yeah.
I'm thinking what you're thinking, Heather. I don't think that will happen, but maybe I'm off. She would, and don't rule out Becky Lynch. What are you talking about? You're thinking of, Jeff, with your comment there.
I'll tell you in a private chat.
Oh, okay. Jordynne says she's going to become a dual champion. TNA audience will remember me forever, but so will the WWE universe. Man, that's crazy. Let me read this. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe. Frankie Kazarian. I love Frankie's music, man.
Yeah, it's good.
That 80s metal coming out to that 80s metal. I dig it. I've watched wrestling since the 80s, and I've seen a lot of weird stuff.
I like Nick Nemeth's music too.
I agree with Jordynne. I love to see her as a dual champ. I heard somebody talking about that new, I guess it's some kind of documentary. I don't exactly know where it's on, but the Who Killed the WCW thing. I might have to watch that.
I think it's been on Vice, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I thought maybe it would be on the same channel that has the behind the or the what's that other series that they do? Oh shit, I forgot the name of it. But yeah, I have to watch
Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring, yeah. The guy that wrote the book was on Busted Open today, and it sounds really interesting.
Oh, okay.
They were asking him, they're like, so in your book, did you get many people saying that they thought it was Hulk Hogan that killed it? And he's like, yep. He said a lot of people did. But he said, but that really wasn't that. He didn't want to spoil it, but he said that's not who he had down there. I think it was. I didn't hear much of it, but from what I understand, and you know, what LaGreca said he thought it was Jane Fonda. because he said
Well,
that was around when the divorce happened.
divorce, yeah. Hey,
And he said so maybe he was always under the impression that if they would not have gotten divorced, that it would have stuck around. Vice and Dark Side. Yeah, that Swagman says is very good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. It's interesting. He wrote a big long book, whoever the guy is. He wrote a big book about it. I think there's a lot more of that than meets the eye. I think there was a lot of I think it was probably a lot of corporate stuff, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. He had mentioned that how they the 1 year did the Ric Flair Hogan match, and then the very next year they did the same match. And he said that that second match lost 80 some million viewers from the prior one. That's how bad. Like they kept trying to repeat things, thinking that would win over people, and nobody was having it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. I like WCW. I really did. Until the end. The end just got terrible. But for the most part, I loved the whole beginning of the NWO and all that kind of stuff. I totally forgot, and I think I watched it on YouTube. Their early shows took place in a freaking mall.
mm-hmm.
They were in that big mall in Minnesota. That's where yeah. I had no idea. I didn't watch it.
That was the first Nitro.
Yeah, I had no idea. That's insane. You're watching and you're seeing all the mall crowds from the mall walking past them, holding hot pretzels and pizza. Some of them are stopping by, what the hell's going on here? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because that's where Lex showed up the first night.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that until I watched that, but went back and watched the YouTube. Alicia says, well, hello, Nick. You're definitely a wanted man. Ooh, does Alicia get a giggity for that? There you go.
And Heather does too, because she agreed.
See that, Derek? It's not always just you. Death was creative control for Hogan. Yeah, they were talking. He'd mentioned that too. He said that wasn't smart for them to do. To sign people to these. What did he have a comment about Kevin Nash? Oh, Kevin Nash and Tommy, because Dreamer told them this story. Was saying that Kevin Nash was saying how much he wanted Dreamer to come there, and then Dreamer's like, well, I'm doing other things like that, and he goes, you know why the most important thing? Why I want you to come? And Dreamer's like, no, what? He goes, because for everyone who comes in, I get a bonus. And Dreamer's like, oh, well, what? He goes, yeah, they wrote into my contract that if anyone ever new comes on, I get a raise. I'm like, oh my, what kind of stupid contracts did they sign? You could just see, it was just bad business, all around. They just did really stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Giving Kevin Nash a raise every time they bring new talent on. I'm like, come on, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there were some things done from a business standpoint that just
just so bad.
Crack your head later. I mean, but honestly, I don't know. I guess I think part of the reason why they did some of that stuff is because they really wanted to beat WWE.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it was all about beating WWE at all costs.
Yeah.
But the costs were greater than the reward because it put you out of business. So
then they talk about teaming Bischoff up with Vince Russo.
Yeah, I mean, that's
oh man. Yeah, that it was just mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. Conrad says, I'm not saying a word. That's why I want to watch it, though. I want to see exactly I have to watch for the spoiler because I want to see what they say killed it. I kind of think it was the behind the scenes business kind of a thing that they're going to lead to, but yeah, I want to watch it. That was favored nation. If anyone got hired and made more than Nash, Hall, or Hogan, their contracts went up.
Yeah,
it's insane. Goes to show you that after Bischoff, WCW did not have anyone in the main office that knew about. No, and that was another thing. He mentioned the guy who was in charge of like that Bischoff had to answer to was some guy that was in charge of sports from TBS. And basically that dude knew nothing about like wrestling and didn't understand why it was different from regular sports. And he tried to treat it like regular sports. So he was another issue because he had no idea what it was. Like didn't know that, didn't understand the entertainment aspect of it. And having Arquette as WC. Oh yeah, they were talking about that too. Yeah. The David Arquette thing. Even I couldn't believe that. I watched that live. I couldn't even believe that happened.
I mean, Russo was champ.
Yeah, it just got ridiculous.
Yeah, it just got
once
bad.
it reached that point, I was out. Like that, it wasn't long after the Arquette thing happened, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Jim Herd didn't help matters. It's just tough to be an AEW fan lately. I feel beaten down and tired of making comparisons others ignore. I don't think that that's a fair comparison anymore. I know I had said it a few times, but I don't think I didn't know the history and stuff like that either. So I don't think, looking at all that kind of stuff that I didn't know about before, I probably wouldn't have said that. Because I don't really think that that's necessary. I mean, I think people just, I don't know. People just compare things to things sometimes that don't really necessarily fit. A big part of that, really, Conrad, is all the stupid tribalism that's out there too. Just the tribalism that goes on between one fan group and the other fan group, which is just silly. Super excited to see Nick and Ryan Nemeth.
So here's a question, a late question of the night, Joe.
Okay.
What was the worst part about the latter stages of WCW to you? If you're old enough to have watched it, what was the worst part? When were you like, I'm done with WCW?
There you go. Yeah, I said when I saw the Arquette thing, that was pretty much it for me. I stopped watching. I would tune in every now and then, but I'm like, yeah, no, I'm out. I started to honestly get a little sick of it when they started with the NWO and how they invited everyone into it. Like,
yeah,
for the original NWO was so cool, but when they started having this guy and that guy and that guy and this, and then all of a sudden half the roster was in the NWO, it was like, that got really stupid. That got really stupid.
When they got to the finger poke of doom, I was like,
oh yeah, that one, no, with Kevin Nash. Yeah,
we jumped the shark on that one.
Yeah, so bad. Too many members of the NWO did it for me. The constant changes in 2000. I kept watching here and there. Towards the end, I like tag divisions and cruiserweight. Yeah, the cruiserweight stuff was always great there.
Always good. Yeah, and I feel like the tag division was underrated for a while. But when everybody and their brother was in NWO and basically the entire roster,
that was
like 5 people were in the NWO, I was like, okay, I mean, it was cool when it started, but then you split. I mean, even the Wolfpack stuff, I liked some of that.
I didn't mind
that. But then it was like, okay, this is just becoming NWO.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
Yeah, it got ridiculous. And you had the blue W, the BWO. You had all these different colors splitting off. I'm like, oh, this is just terrible, dude. It was just really bad. When Buff Bagwell got into the NWO, I'm like, oh my god.
When Disco Inferno was in the NWO,
that's just yeah. You get an NWO. You get an NWO. You're in the end every week. But see, that just goes to show you that they were flailing. They were trying to keep reliving that magic of all those big announcements that they would make, right? Every single week, they're making a big announcement. At the beginning, it was cool. But then when you started, and then some of the returning like wrestlers, the older guys, like Roddy Piper, when Roddy came in, and of course when Bret Hart showed up there, like some of them coming in was still cool. But when you ran out of all those big announcements, they were still trying to do it, but then nobody cared. It was like, We have our newest member, Buff Bagwell, in the NW. And it's like, it's like nobody, the air had gone out of the balloon. It's been a good match here.
Yeah.
Nemeth and Kazarian. Big DDT from Nemeth to Kazarian. 1, 2. Nope. Kick out at 2. Rayway with devil horns.
You see RK Shuttleworth's comment.
Yeah.
I should go back and watch all of that because I never did.
You never saw any of that? Oh, man. You're in for a treat, dude.
It's worth it.
Especially the beginning. When they first started invading there and stuff like that before you knew it. I mean, obviously you know the spoilers. So, but we were watching that when we had no idea what was going on. Back in that time, you never heard about contracts. There was no internet. You didn't know about all that. You didn't know that Hall and Nash had left WWE. You got Nemeth in the chicken wing here. Nemeth better get to the ropes. Trying to turn it around. He's rolling through. He's really got that cinched in.
Do we think the brothers win the tag titles next week?
It's a good question. Have you entered Mercedes Monet's QR code competition? I didn't know she had a QR code. What is it?
Yeah, I didn't know.
He just got to the rope. He has to break it. Kazarian telling the referee off. I've seen clips. Yeah, I mean that first part of that, I didn't see any of that. At that time, we're all thinking, oh my God, why are these two guys who are WWF people, WWE people on this show? Like, none of it made any sense. And that's what got everybody watching. It was so cool. And then when Hogan showed up, dear Lord, man, when Hogan came down and attacked Savage, oh my God, it was amazing. Bridge here by Nemeth. Some probably don't know that Hall and Nash real names when they left. Yeah. Nick knows how to sell like a maniac, plus he is technically sound and in fantastic shape. I don't blame Nick for asking for his release. I think Gray should win NXT Championship. Yeah, I kind of do too, Conrad. I kind of do too. QR code to get a signature, a T-shirt to meet a new wrestler. Oh, I didn't see that. That's cool. Super kick from Nick Nemeth. Is this enough to do the? Nope. Gets a 2. I agree, Conrad. No better time to blow the door down. Yeah, I agree. I think so too. If they do that, like I said, I think that they'll somehow make it so that something may happen to allow her to kind of save face, so that Roxanne doesn't kind of look badly. That would be my guess. I mean, I could be 100% wrong. Nemeth try to toss him out. Nemeth misses with a right hand. Kazarian with a scissor kick there. Leg drop over the second rope, and Nick is in big trouble. Can't get away from QR codes. Yeah, they're everywhere now. Howdy's threatening some kind of big major like destruction event. 2, nope, kick out at 2. The Uncle Howdy thing was crazy. That was like an old style, like 1980s video that you would watch when you were a kid, like about if there ever was a hurricane or something, run and hide and all that kind of stuff. That's what it reminded me of, like something I watched like in the 70s. Kon WWE NXT Battleground PLE predictions from the sold-out crowd this Sunday in Las Vegas, Nevada at the UFC Apex. The host of the event is Sexy Red. I remember it too, John Kessler. Howdy's going to massacre. Yeah, the big massacre is coming. I don't know what that's all about, but all I know is it's whatever it is June 17th. Corpus Christi, Texas for Monday Night Raw. Reversal. Oh, this is actually our main event. I'm here yapping. I forgot it was the main event for the night. What if Tatum
Show went by fast.
Oh, man.
Fast.
What if Tatum Paxley costs Jordynne the NXT Championship belt and shows up for the? Yeah, it could be. Nick Nemeth finally wins. It was a great match. Are both belts up for grabs in that?
What, Sunday?
Yeah.
No, I
just
think
the
it's
NXT
just,
title, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just say this. I see it going long. Not the match, but I see this going longer than just that day. So with that said, I wouldn't be surprised if Jordynne won, because I think that allows them to keep going and keep doing stuff with it. Nick Nemeth wins. Let's see if there's any kind of shenanigans here. We were saying that the system might come down and do something to Nick. Oh, yeah. There they are, right on cue. Right on cue. Yeah, they were talking to Kazarian in the back. And there's Alicia. I would imagine we will get Nick's brother coming out here. I have to wait to watch the new TNA episode next Thursday. There he is. And watch out, because Lish has the kendo stick. Nick and Ryan. Oh, now here comes Moose. Oh, man, this is just not fair. There's the title right into the back. And right into the back of Nick. They both go down. This just isn't fair. They're chanting for Matt Hardy. He's been beat up. I don't think he's going to show up. Moose is setting up a spear. Yep. Ryan Nemeth took a spear. Now they're going to set up Nick Nemeth for a spear as well, I believe. Jordynne Grace will win the NXT Women's Championship. There goes Nick Nemeth. Both of them get blasted by spears.
Soften them up.
Joe Hendry is here.
There you go.
Joe Hendry to the rescue. All right. Joe Hendry's coming in 1-on-3. Takes out Moose. Slams down Brian Myers. Eddie ducks underneath. Hendry takes out Eddie. Moose back into the ring, though. Joe, you better turn around. Look at this. Nope. Kendo stick to the back for Militia. Stops the momentum. Oh, my God. Now Hendry's going to get speared. Yep. Freaking Alicia, man. Freaking Alicia, man. Can't they get a girl down there to help them out? A woman out down there to help them out on their side? Somebody come down and, like, destroy Alicia, please. Ugh, man. They know Joe's over. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's being used in the championships. I mean, they're all taking him out right now.
Yeah.
I wonder, Jeff, if they turn that tag team into something else. Maybe it ends up being a 3-on-3.
Maybe.
I mean, look at this.
I think it's telling, though, because if that happens, I think what you talked about earlier with Joe Hendry kind of being in that title picture makes more sense to happen now as opposed to later. So maybe at some point the brothers get the tag titles, but Joe Hendry is challenging for the world title.
World title, yeah, it could be. Crowd not liking it. Love somebody to knock that smirk off of Brian Myers' face. You suck. You. Oh! There's Matt. You cannot break what is already broken.
Yeah, I think Moose gets through Matt Hardy next week, but I think Joe Hendry might be next in line after this interaction here.
Oh, that stopped. What was he saying? What was he saying? At the Hardy compound, the recording stopped. Man, they cut it off. What was he saying? He wants to have a match with him at the Hardy compound? I didn't hear that. Oh, they cut it off at the end, dude. Damn it.
He wants the system to come meet him at the Hardy compound.
Oh my God.
And they just did the Addams Family snap thing at the end. Him and all the kids and his wife and her dad. Like, yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun next week.
That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Insiders, he might because it's personal. The compound next week. Does Jeff Hardy show up at the compound? That's a great question.
I don't know if his Heather just said I don't know if his contract
expired. Yeah, I know it was close. Senor Benjamin, I can't wait. TNA. Yeah, it was a fun show. Fun 20. Although, like I said, I'm a little surprised that it wasn't that it didn't have more of an anniversary thing to it. I thought we maybe be getting like some more like, flashbacks, things like that, maybe. But we really didn't get any of that. Could show up as Willow. Different personality. That's really not me. Joe is doing a special guest ref for the MMA match. Jeff Hardy's AEW contract has ended. Might show up. It's not Jeff. Jeff's contract is next month. Well, there you go. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed all of the. We had a lot of crazy conversation going on tonight, which was a blast.
Yeah. Always fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And the show was fantastic. The Mavericks have pulled to within 13. Uh-oh, that's not good. They were losing by a lot more than that. Yeah, they've outscored them 17-9 in the third. Uh-oh. That's not good. But yeah. So, yeah, no, it was a fun night. Let us know what your scores are. And, of course, don't forget, next week, well, obviously the pay-per-view is on this coming Sunday, the NXT pay-per-view, so make sure you go check that out. If you're going to go to a stream, of course, Tazzy will have it on his channel, so make sure you go check that out on there. But yeah, you won't want to miss that. Of course, that Jordynne Grace will be wrestling for that NXT title. And we will return, of course, next Thursday right here for the Go Home show for the pay-per-view. So that will be here next week. We'll do our predictions as we normally do on that show. And then, of course, we'll be here for the pay-per-view as well. So next Thursday and Friday. And probably Sunday. So we have a lot to do next weekend. Next Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, we'll be here for the Between the Ropes show as well. So yeah, let us know what your scores are. We will do the same. DRL says A++++++. John G says 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, mainly for the Nick win. Rosemary promo. Yeah, the Rosemary promo is so good. Sammy Sigma was great too. A lot of fun. Joe says 8 out of 10. Dylan 9. Have a great night, everyone. You too, clown. I have Peacock, so I'll be watching it. 9 says Swag Fan. Alicia says 8.75 out of 10. Jason, Impact on the TNA app. It is commercial free like it was on YouTube, but it starts at 8. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Hassan says 9.6. AJ Styles says 9.6. Jeff, what'd you think of tonight, man? I thought it was a pretty good show.
Yeah, I thought it was a good show. I'm gonna give it a 9. I thought it was a good show. I feel like a lot of tonight was setting up for next week. But I think they did it in a way that was fun. They gave us some different things. Obviously, we got Rosemary, we got Sammy. Yeah. So that's fun. We got a new digital media champion and AJ Francis. So yeah, I mean, good stuff heading into next Thursday, and obviously against all odds next Friday.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. No doubt. Yeah, I thought it was a great show. I enjoyed it too. I thought I'll give it a 9 as well. I thought it was good. Like I said, I would have liked to have seen some flashback things for the 20th, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, the wrestling was really good. Most of the matches were good as well. It was a fun show, and leading, of course, to the pay-per-view next week. So we'll see how that goes. 9 out of 10 for the show. See you all next Thursday. Andrew Stevens, 8.75 out of 10. And next Thursday, it's a go-home show. Yes, and we will be here. All right, guys. Well, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a fun time on the show. And, of course, we will be back. Don't forget to watch Jordynne on NXT on Sunday and see if she does indeed win that championship. And we will be right back here next Thursday night for another episode of TNA Watch Along. So have a great one, guys. Please stay safe. Be kind to one another always. And hopefully we'll see you all for the next show. Take care. Have a good night. And we'll talk to you soon.